Hi guys, so back here with a sort of a quick YouTube video. I plan on it being fairly quick, so I'm saying quick. I don't make many YouTube videos surrounding my autism, but today I just want to make a fairly short video about just some struggles for me with my autism and with many other autistics. Yeah, so let's get into it. Right, I just want to talk a little bit about change, and even the smallest of change, how that can cause a meltdown or a shutdown, or just an uneasy sort of feeling to an autistic, or at least to me in my experience with my autism. So small change can be really big to an autistic, and it does matter. So I just want to start talking about, I have routines and I try to follow them routines to the best I can every day, so I know that like a meltdown shouldn't occur if my plans are going well. Yeah, meltdowns and shutdowns still do happen, even if I've stuck to a routine. Sometimes it just happens and you have no control over a shutdown or a meltdown. So yeah, basically I follow routine, and my routines are quite strict and they should go to plan. And if they don't go to plan, I start getting quite agitated, quite easily agitated, and then agitation then can cause a meltdown or upset. And once you've had a meltdown, that can knock you for the rest of the day, and you usually will not be able to follow the rest of your routine, or because your routine has been knocked. So I've just experienced a disturbance in my routine on Sunday. It might seem small to many, and I'm sure it did seem small, but it wasn't, and that affected me for the rest of Sunday actually. Let's get into talking about it. So what happened, as most of you know, that I'm Catholic. I go to church every Sunday. I go to mass. You know, I follow a very strict plan on a Sunday. I get up, I get dressed, I leave the house, and I go to mass. I know that mass starts off 11, and that's fine, that's good. And mass always follows a good routine, because mass is always the same routine, which is really good for an autistic. It goes like this, this and this. It goes very well, and that's really good for my head. I think what doesn't always go the same in a mass is when it comes to time to receive the Most Holy Communion, when it's time to receive communion, when it's time to receive Jesus in the Eucharist. It can go different for each priest. And what happened is, on Sunday, well, what normally happens is I would receive communion first. Communion is first, and I know that, and that's written into my schedule. That is written into my routine, because that's happened from day one, going to church. Literally since being able to receive communion, that's happened from day one, because of me being in a wheelchair and disabled. It's just easier, and that's how it has been. I don't actually go up for communion, the priest comes to me. And if you know, our parish priest, Father Michael, sadly died a few weeks ago now. Yeah, and stuff has been different. Sorry, somebody's cutting the grass outside. Things have been different since he's died, so the parish works slightly differently, which is fine, and I've adjusted fairly well. What happened is, though, I got communion last, not first, last. So, you know, that really knocked my routine. And I was crying towards the end of this ordeal, and that might seem really small, but it's not. It's quite a big change. It's quite significant change. Significant. The priest gave me communion last. Now, to somebody, that's fine, but to most people, to neurotypicals, you know, that doesn't even seem like anything. I'm sure that a neurotypical would think, oh, actually that's fine because this is the way it's happened. But to me, it's just dramatically bad. Like, I really had a bad day on Sunday after that. I couldn't focus on anything other than having numerous kickoffs and meltdowns throughout the day. I had meltdown. I spoke to the priest. I brought it to his attention. He's a very nice priest. Yes, he's very good, though. He's a very, very good priest. I can't complain about him other than what's happened here. And this is not his fault, because he does not know my routine, so I cannot give him the blame, to be honest. But it had been going all right, actually, because this had been happening and he had been giving us a first, but this week didn't happen. But Father Michael knew to always do that first. He knew my routine, he knew me very well, and Father Peter also does the same. He's very good. You know, unfortunately Father Peter's also leaving the parish because he's becoming a parish priest in Durham, which is very good for him. It's sad, but it's very good. It's very, very good. It's sad that he's to go, but it's very good. So I spoke to the priest after mass, sort of got on my meltdown, calmed down a bit, spoke to him and explained, you know, this went wrong and it really upset me. But the worst thing a neurotypical, which is priest is neurotypical, can say to a neurodiverse person, such as an autistic, and that's me, well, surely it doesn't matter that much. Well, surely it does, because you're not autistic and you don't understand that. Surely it does, because it really matters. Really matters. And my point is, listen to the autistic, because it does matter. It does matter. And if this happens again, you know, I'm not going to be, you know, delighted, although I can write this into my plan that he actually might give me communion last. At least I can have that written in, so that can be written in, but it's still going to take a while to get used to. If that's his idea of communion, that's fair enough, but he needs to, you know, make it clear. But it's fair enough, and I don't think that he knows a lot about autism, because if he did, he wouldn't say surely it didn't matter that much. I don't say that to an autistic. Don't say that to an autistic. I like the priest and I'm friends with him again now. I was friends with him by the time I'd finished the conversation, but it's hard being autistic, because outwardly it doesn't really look like much to most people, the problems that occur with change. But it does, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. I mean, it does matter a lot. Life's tough with autism. Please get to know a person and their autism so you can help them. God bless everybody, stay safe.